Many of us are living with unhealed trauma we don't even realize we have. And the worst part, it shows up in ways we often overlook, until it breaks us. Like books that are hidden in our minds, we all have stories inside us. Some pages are colorful and joyful, which makes us grin. But some are a little dark, like whispers from hard times we wish we could forget. These are the feelings that come from trauma that hasn't been dealt with. It's not always about big shocking things. Sometimes it's just little hurts that never entirely healed that change how we live, without us even recognizing it. Imagine a small crack in a wall. At first it doesn't look like much, but over time it might make the entire wall vulnerable. That's how trauma that hasn't been dealt with operates. It's not about being weak or blaming yourself. It's about figuring out the silent signals our minds and bodies give when something isn't right deep down. These messages don't just go away if we don't pay attention to them. They often go deeper. Today we'll look at 6 significant clues that these sentiments are real. You could have seen these signs before even if you didn't know what they represented. If any of these sound like you, don't worry. You're not alone. The first brave step in feeling well is to notice these signs. The first sign is a strong reaction to little things. Have you ever gotten incredibly mad, depressed, or worried about something small like spilling a drink, missing a bus, or someone saying something simple? It's not just that you're too sensitive. A lot of the time, these strong sentiments are echoes of things that injured you in the past. After going through hard times, your body and mind start to see even tiny difficulties as big threats. It's like a smoke alarm that goes out for a little bit of dust, not just true smoke. It's tiring to always feel on edge. It can make you feel alone and make you wonder why you can't just go on. The truth is, it's not simply about getting over it. You need to locate and cure the hidden trigger that's been messing with your feelings. A minor change in your day might bring back a lot of past sorrow, and you may feel like you're in a storm you didn't see coming. Sign 2. Putting up walls that can't be seen. Not doing things. Do you typically avoid specific places, conversations, or even memories? You could skip parties, stay away from people, or rapidly push away thoughts that make you uncomfortable when they come up. This isn't about being lazy or not caring. Your mind strives to protect itself in a very strong way. When anything bad or terrible happened to us in the past, our brains learn to keep away from anything that reminds us of it. There are several ways that this avoidance can show up. Putting things off, using drugs or alcohol, doing things over and over again without meaning, or just not feeling anything at all. The weird thing is that avoiding things makes us feel comfortable for a little while, but it actually confines us. It keeps us from really living our lives and really recovering. We often develop walls to keep ourselves secure, but those walls can also limit us from really connecting with other people and growing. Sign 3. Always being on guard. The continual noise. Picture always being on the lookout for danger, even when there isn't any. This is how it feels to be hypervigilant. You might always think the worst. You might think too much about every look, phrase, and little shift in how people act around you. You can have trouble sleeping since your mind is racing with what-if thoughts. You can have trouble relaxing because you always feel like you have a tight knot inside. It's not about being paranoid. It's a sign that your body and mind have been in ready-to-fight or run mode for too long and can't get out. It's your body telling you to get ready. This constant watching wears you out, makes you exhausted all the time, and makes it hard to relax and appreciate the tranquil times in life even after the threat is long gone. It seems like every shadow hides a monster, and every quiet moment feels like the calm before the storm. Sign 4. The heavy blanket of blame and shame. Unresolved trauma can leave you feeling ashamed and to blame yourself. You can think that you did something wrong or that there's something wrong with you deep down, and you might blame yourself for horrible things that transpired. This doesn't make sense in a rational way. It's more like an emotional scar that changes how you see yourself. You can feel like you're not good enough, that you don't deserve happiness or success, or like you're not deserving of them. This voice within your head that tells you you're not good enough can be quite nasty. It can make you less sure of yourself and stop you from going after your aspirations or accepting aid and kindness from others. Blaming yourself can be harder to deal with than any criticism from outside. It slowly eats away at who you are and keeps you caught in a loop of punishing yourself. The things that hold us back the most are typically produced by the guilt we keep hidden. Sign 5. Relationships falling apart. Trauma doesn't just remain inside us. It spreads and changes how we interact with other people. It could be challenging for you to make close, trusting friends. Or maybe you see a pattern of relationships that are continuously changing and never stable. This could mean that you have trouble getting close to people, are afraid of being alone, or prefer to push people away before they can get too close. On the other hand, you could end up in toxic relationships and not even realize it, since you're repeating old behaviors from your history. The emotional pain makes it feel dangerous to connect with others, which leads to a constant push and pull that leaves you and the people around you feeling frustrated and confused. Things you didn't say in the past can become loud, annoying voices in your current relationships, making every chance to connect feel like a minefield. Sign 6. Your body says you have physical problems. Our bodies are quite smart. They often save things that our minds want to forget. Doctors may not be able to discover a clear reason for many medical disorders that are caused by unresolved trauma. This could include always being in pain, having stomach problems, always being weary, having headaches all the time, or just feeling sick in general. Stress and intense emotional distress have a direct effect on how our bodies perform. When trauma isn't dealt with, it can maintain the body in a permanent fight or flight state, which throws off its regular equilibrium. These health issues are not all in your mind. These are actual cries from your body that remind you to pay attention to the deeper sensations that need to be healed. Our bodies often tell us things that our minds are still trying to figure out. It's not about assigning yourself a name or stating you have a problem when you see these indications. It's about becoming more conscious and being curious about your own experiences in a gentle way. It's about knowing that these feelings are real. They are sophisticated, though occasionally wrong, methods that your system tries to keep you safe. Being aware all the time is the first step to feeling free. Just seeing these echoes is a great way to be kind to oneself. If any of these indications sound similar to you, know that you can get well. It's not just a quick fix. It's a journey. And it often takes courage, patience, and sometimes the support of a compassionate professional. What was the most crucial indicator for you today? Please leave your comments below. Someone else might need to hear about your experience. Please give this video a thumbs up if it helped you see things differently. You might also want to think about subscribing to the channel for more suggestions on how to deal with your own problems. And if you want to know more about how our past experiences impact us in silent ways, see my final video, 5 Most Misunderstood Types of Abuses. Thanks for coming to this important talk with me. I strongly suggest reading the book Your Brain's Not Broken if you found any aspect of this video helpful or relatable. It tells you a lot about how brains work, and more significantly, how to work with your brain instead of always battling it. If you wish to look, the link is in the description.